Yeah, so I didn't have time to trade yesterday, but I thought it might be beneficial if we just go over yesterday and see what the thought process would be. So let's see where we were at. That would have been, oh shoot, hold on now, where are we at? 245. I actually didn't even look at the charts, so I don't know what's coming. Okay, here we are. 245, that's where we kind of would start looking. So we have the open of the market, that's here, and I give the market about 15 minutes time to kind of calm down a bit. This is not higher than this, so I wouldn't do anything there. Thank God we didn't. Look, it's slamming down. Nothing yet, nothing yet, nothing. This now is getting interesting. Even though that's not even an hour apart, so I'm just hoping to break this high here before we do something. That's a very big candle, so I wouldn't go long above that. Okay, this is a bit of a doubter now. I'm not sure about this one. Your risk is quite low, but we didn't come higher than this point, so I would say this is maybe a bit of a higher risk trade. If you would shoot up here, I probably would leave it. Yeah, look, there was no trade, so that's grand. We would not have been picked up because the order would have been here and he didn't touch it, so that's grand altogether. That candle now, so the bit more aggressive trade could have been that you put your buy above this candle, but again, it's a higher risk trade because we didn't break this high here, so that would be your own risk. I choose the A plus setup, so I would leave it. This is looking rather promising because you take a very short, very small risk here. You put your stop loss just underneath this candle if we would come up. So this is something that you could do if we hit it. We don't. Still don't. You can put your buy on top of that. No, that is nothing. That's a no-go. Absolutely no-go. He closed underneath our EMA and above the SMA. So no, there's nothing yet. So let's see if anything comes up. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And remember, we're still having these negotiations and the meetings between China and USA. So I expected the market, normally it kind of really shoots up or shoots down, but it's like it doesn't know what it wants. It's just horizontal, really. Nothing. No, still not interesting for us. Nothing, 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 nothing. Oh, now this is getting interesting. So there is a bit of a breakout. Let's see what happens. That's lovely. Come down. Still okay. We didn't touch the EMA, so there's nothing there. Oh, tough. No, even though we are touching it, it's not smooth. Like, there is no nice B line there, so I'd leave that for what it is. It might have worked, and it probably did. Look, it did work. I just didn't like the fact that this came higher first and then it slammed down. Like, that might have been a sign of rotating, so I would have not taken this one. It's a higher risk trade, but it did go up. And what is it doing then? Oh, and it goes off without us. Goes off. No, and it's gone. It's absolutely gone. So yeah, that would have been a nice nice trade up. Gee, it just keeps on going. Yeah. Now, what you can do, it is touching the EMA. It has done quite a long run already, so theory would say that you can put your buy on top of this candle. But let me see, this is the first kind of attempt coming in. This is kind of the second. You could probably still do it, but I wouldn't put my target too far then. Well, you have the room, so let's see what happens in the next candle. Okay, let's look at that. I would leave that because, again, I don't take many trades, but when I do take a trade, I want it to be an A plus setup. So if you would throw your buy on top of this candle, you see how this is coming lower than this one. So it's kind of choppy, 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 choppy. But I don't want this to be lower than this, so I would leave that. It might still go up, I don't know, but it's not according to the rules. So let's see. It might shoot up because we have the open there, and it tends to go to the open. But again, I would not have taken that. Would we have been picked up? You would have your, yes, so here you would have been picked up, and your stop loss would be here. Yeah, that's not doing what you want. You want it to just straight, just go up. This is just nerve-wracking. So no, and then look, it's rotating back. So no, thank God. No, that's not nice. Not nice at all. Yeah. What is all this crap? Well, 4 o'clock. I tend to stop at 4. You can actually keep going like another 30 minutes, but this is kind of my personal end time, so I never really look further than that. And besides that, you need to break this. And there's nothing. Oh, sorry. Nothing. And this might be rather interesting, because there is, look, straight pull into the red line, and it's touching it there. So what might happen is that this becomes a support and it shoots up, so we'll have to see. That is still going through. Your buy might be on top of that. It's not something that I teach in the course, but it might become a support, and I don't take them myself, but I always I'm curious what happens, so I keep looking at them. Look, it would have gone down, you would not have been picked up, so that's grand, nothing lost. And then we're almost at 16, so 4:30. Yeah, no, that would have been it. So have we taken a trade then? I'm confused. I think we took one, didn't we? But where? Did we take one? No, this was all choppy. A possible one. I just didn't like this very much, but this would have made a very nice profit. Rotating back, no. Yeah, that was it. What we can do is look at the Nasdaq. Where are we? Nasdaq. 45 there. Okay, so gee, that's just a mess, isn't it? 45 would be here. So market opens and hits the overnight open. I never trade in the open. I kind of give the market a bit of time, and then you see that it's sitting on top of the EMA and it's rotating again to the open. But I don't like the second attempts. So what I would like to see here is that it does cross it and come back, and that there is space, and then making it like a support. I don't know if that happens. No. There's no space. It is sitting on top of it. So here it is sitting on top of it. And there is a new higher high. There is space in that, and it's coming back in the EMA. So possibly, I do think it's a very big candle. I wish there was like a second one that comes a bit lower. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's nice. This is actually a nice one. You can't go wrong with this at all. I would put a buy on top of here. Your stop loss underneath there. And that's a trade that I would do 100 times again, because the setup is good. Okay, you would have been triggered there. What happens? Oh, that's not great. And you would have been knocked out there if you followed your stop. Oh, and it smashes down. See, that's why I do like that you follow your stops. Even though with the NQ you have to be a bit more careful with keeping your stops close, because the market moves differently than the RTY. RTY tend to do everything like in a straight line. The LNQ doesn't, so a recommendation for this market is to keep your stop actually under the low. but you would still be knocked out anyway. That's a very big candle. I wonder what's that about now. No. So it touched it here. It did work as resistance. Here it didn't really do anything. It's kind of sitting on it and rotating back. What you could do maybe is taking a short here underneath this one. Let's see. Still not touched. So put your sell under this one, stop loss under beneath that one, above this one. You would have your 1-to-1. Or would you have more? Sell here, like you would have been knocked. Well, you would have taken your first target here. That would be good. And then out, yeah. So you're just a 1-to-1 here. Let me see actually. Risk reward. Target, stop loss. Yeah, so oh no, you would have got your 2-to-1 because we always put our second target beneath. So here it just you kind of had to be lucky, so it would have been a 2-to-1, and your 1-to-1, yeah, you would have got that as well, obviously. 1-to-1 would have been this one. Yeah, so the first candle you got your target. 2-to-1 normally as well if you played it a bit tight. So that was actually nice. That's a very, very nice trade, and also in only 2 candles, it's not too much stress. So that would have paid you out nicely. That would have been my trade for today, actually, for the day. I'm not sure. Oh, that's interesting as well. Crossing a new higher high. Choppy. Oh. Yeah, otherwise, actually, I would not have looked for another trade because this was already, this was already beautiful. Well, let's just see what happens. No, I don't like that at all. Yeah, that is the NQ. That's the toughness about this market. Like, it's choppy, and then it's hard to kind of make out what's going to happen. So it might shoot up, but I just don't like this horizontal, like not knowing what it wants. So I would stay out of this. If you're a more aggressive trader, you could probably, when it touches the line here, you could put a buy on that, but I wouldn't. No, and you would be knocked out anyway. So look, it's grand. What is it doing? It's just horizontal, isn't it? Okay, a new higher high. No, choppy. What can you do with that? You can't do anything with that. That's just messy. Okay, that's interesting. High again. Now it's 4 o'clock. The only thing is we don't trade on the hour because the hourly traders, they sell all their positions. So that might be a reaction to that. So let's see. That's actually still a nice. That's actually a nice pullback. Straight into the EMA. So let's see if this candle will be triggered. We would have put a buy on top of that. Oh, lovely. I like this candle because you would put your buy here. This candle is within the body and the wick of the previous candle, so that might show you that we're going to make a turnaround, and it's also touching your EMA, and your risk is so little, so hopefully it will go long. Not yet. Oh, pity. And it closed under the line, is under the EMA as well, so no, pity, can't do anything with that. No. Okay, so that's it. So between the NQ and the RTY, there would have been one trade. I actually forgot now where it was. So there was one that would have paid you out 2-to-1, and that's all you need. You don't need to do more trades. Actually, just 1 or maximum 2 in your session is way better than doing loads, because it will have an effect on your mental, on the mental side of everything, you know. So no, that's it. I hope I can go live today. So I wish you all a lovely day and safe trading. Bye.